All right, let's jump into it, huh? So we have a bit of a brew here. We have an Uro deck that is splashing red for a couple of red spells. So Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, needs no introduction. Very powerful card. Draws cards, gains you life, escapes from your graveyard to come back and do it all over again. And then, rather than being like the rampy, mid-rangey Uro decks that have been going around, we're playing something aggressive here. So we got a small red splash for some aggressively slanted cards and some Chandras and Incinerators here at the top end of the curve. And the kind of funny thing about Uro with Incinerator is that Uro kind of ramps you into casting this card for the full 6 mana in the games where you don't have burn spells to pair with it right away. So this deck is mostly a meme. We're going to go ahead and jump on into a few matches with it and see how it goes. Let's play some Magic. The Machine. I don't remember if I said that, but thank you again if I did already, or thank you for the first time if I didn't. Playing Uro, it can't be bad. There's definitely a certain floor on how bad it can be, right? I think is accurate. Hey, this hand's great. Bottoming the Crag or the Breeding Pool? Not bottom the Crag. Probably live to regret that. This thing gets cheaper when you deal non-combat damage. Horn and Belly. I'll go ahead and just fire this off now so that way Ghitu gets the second point of power. Yeah, we're close-ish to the rank floor. Rank doesn't really matter. We are doing all right, Bib. To set a low bar, we are currently better than people on the left coast. Hope you're doing what you can to stay safe out there. It's a real scary proposition overall, for sure. Morning, Chevrier. Yep, yeah, starting with a new schedule, starting today. What a completely reasonable and beatable card. That's true. We might be able to burn around it. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if this one pays off for him here, huh? There is no fear in our opponent's dojo, chat. They ain't scared. They're coming for us. They're splashing green. They must have fight cards in their deck, huh? I misread the title as Uro bad and got a little happy. My Obliterator got Justice Struck the other day. Yep. Sometimes they have your number. Are you surprised by the lack of mono red? No, not really. So, one thing that's important to keep in mind is that aggressively slanted decks are worse off in aggressively slanted decks are worse off in public decklist tournaments. So in formats where everyone has all the information, aggressive decks do worse because mid-range decks can mulligan for cards that beat them. Yes, we are very, very, very dead. I'm gonna bring it in for Austin, I think. There, we were right. They have greed for fighty cards. Definitely not polarized. And honestly, I think it speaks to how confident so many people are with the power level of the Goblins archetype that so many people are bringing a deck that linear to an event that has decklist heads up. Uro lost us the game. Turns out he's not ban-worthy, so you get it. You understand me. Yeah, not only is the event over a third goblins, but the event is also something worth noting is that the event is over 50% people playing Phyrexian Tower decks. I think it's also a very meaningful metric that's worth pointing out. Hey, Akirnan, thanks for 13 months. I appreciate it. And you have a sword here, so if things change for your situation and you're unable to keep subbing, you'll be in chat regardless. I appreciate the support. I think we're just on the anyways I started blasting plan. Maybe I'm not supposed to do this because with Soul-Scar Mage in play, we could technically shrink their Obliterator. Yeah, Soul-Scar means Obliterator doesn't work. He said before losing his thing. We just do this. I can see an argument for playing Wellspring. The lack of a go live notification from Twitch. If you want to make sure you never miss me going live, you should make sure you're in the subscribers Discord server, and there are different roles in there. You need to have Discord open. You need Discord on your cell phone, chat, with notifications. Get that sweet, sweet mobile Discord. Everything is fine. Nobody panic. Alright, I'm panicking. Discord notifications on my phone sound like a nightmare. I mean, you can... So, one of the reasons why Discord is such a good application is you can have really good control over what notifications happen where. So, like, you can have it mute entire servers on mobile notifications. You can have it just give you notifications from those servers. Lots of different ways to configure and control it so you're not bombarded with things you don't want to see. They did cage our arrows. I swear this thing pops up every month. Thanks for the 14 months, Skunky. Welcome back. Block here. Hope to draw a haste creature. Or a third burn spell. That'll do big. That'll do, pig. Come on, Thoughtseize me. And we're dead. Sometimes they have your number, chat. Sometimes you queue up with the mono red deck and they're playing Phyrexian Obliterator. Pretty sure we're just killing the goose here. I have plenty of removal. Trail of Crumbs is kind of scary. I think I play the untapped land here. And then I can stomp a 2 toughness thing or strike a Mayhem Devil. Hey, Coast Left, thank you for the very generous tier to resub. I appreciate the 16 months. Welcome back. Welcome to everybody that's here for our early morning start. It's going to be the new norm here in Hoaglandia for my daytime segments, back to the earlier stream start time. If you're someone that's watching this on YouTube in the future, you should check out the schedule though too, because if you have evenings available, I'm going to be around in the evenings starting today as well. Hopefully catch some folks on the live time zones that normally can't. Is this the new schedule until the set drops? It will likely be, assuming it works out. Obviously, I may or may not adjust after talking with Christy and seeing how she feels about it. But no, this is not just for the Mythic Envy. This is going to be my new normal as we try and find a balance. So, for people that are unaware, Christy, I forgot to fetch in response. Christy and I have a new baby. She's 12 weeks old now. And Christy just went back to work here because that's, you know, that's even considered a long time in the United States. But we're trying to balance my work schedule with hers while she's working during the day as well a little bit. Which is another part of why I'm moving some of my hours to be after she's no longer working. Melodic, thank you for the entire year of support. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. I guess we could technically Incinerator here, right? No, I can't, because I don't have a wizard. Oh, wait, I can stomp their face, skewer their face, Incinerator, right? Yeah, that works. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, I mean, Haley's like 3 months old now. She can definitely take care of herself. Christy's job's been pretty understanding. They have most of their workforce working remote, and they understand that people have kids and stuff that are home off of school. So most of her meetings are in the afternoon. So me being live in the mornings means I can wrangle kids and do school with them in the afternoon when the bulk of her actual meetings are. And she can work on her spreadsheets or whatever business analysts do in the mornings while juggling children halfway. At 3 months old, I had a job, a truck, and was moving into my first apartment. Kids these days. Damn lazy millennials. What even generation are my children? So Gen Z is what comes after millennials. Have we labeled what my children will be called yet? Is she still a Zoomer? I guess the range on Millennials is pretty big. I guess it doesn't surprise me that Zoomers are similarly large. Man, it's been a while since I've seen this card. Still feels just as unbeatable as ever. They're calling them Alpha. Gen Alpha from 2013 on. Okay. Here we go. We're starting over. It's the reset button. I assume we're dead here, right? This thing just like drew them infinite cards. It's not a 7/7 I can't beat. Andre Cards, thank you for the brand new Prime Sport. I appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia. We're pretty dead here. Thanks for sharing that Twitch Prime. If you're one of the many people in the world who gives Jeff Bezos money every single month for Amazon Prime, and you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you get Twitch Prime included with that for free. Gives you a free channel subscription every single month to a channel of your choice here on Twitch. Without folks like that, I wouldn't be able to be here as a job, so I appreciate them. Abrade coming in easily against the Oven Mayhem Devil deck. Rampaging Ferocidon, very good against their cat plans. What am I trimming here? How's September been? The September promotion is largely poorly thought out and executed and doesn't really equate to many subscribers because it's only for brand new subs. What do I want to trim here? Probably some of the deal twos against the Mayhem Devil deck. Oh, Bonecrusher Giant's pretty bad, actually, right? Because they just sack their stuff to Oven or whatever, and then I don't get him. It seems fine bringing the Lava Coil. Sure. What's going on, dude? Good morning. Sorry about that. I appreciate you all the same. Hopefully you'll be able to be around in the evenings on occasion. And the replays will go up on YouTube fairly quickly as always. So like once I sign off about 11:30, everything should be up in the next hour or so. What do you think of the Mythic Invitational splitting up Goblin decks by Rakdos and Regular? I think that's something they pretty typically do. I think it's very easy to take two numbers and add them together. I think as someone who regularly calls out Wizards of the Coast on doing things that are intentionally malicious or stupid, assuming that's malicious is very silly. I would be incredibly surprised and shocked if the person who created that chart was given direction by Wizards of the Coast to organize the data in a specific way. I've really enjoyed it, Caker. I'm planning to make it a regular part of my schedule until I get bored of it. Which could be a little bit, honestly. I'll probably put it on the back seat when the set release happens, because we're going to do a ton more Magic when the set release happens, but if we're not at or around a set release, I'm going to, yeah. And honestly, someone asked, was I surprised at the lack of traditional mono red, in the Mythic Invitational, and honestly, I'm not. The Claim the Firstborn just makes these small creature decks very, very difficult to be competitive. This card just takes anything trying to play a glut of creatures and chews them up and spits them out. Well, I suppose my new evening segments technically aren't EU friendly, right? Because they're going to start at 7 p.m. Cornfield time, so that's like 2 a.m. UK, right? Lost a lot to Jun last night playing Mono Red. Yeah, I think that's about how you'd expect it to go. Yeah, just too many, like this card. So again, like, I feel like the story of the Invitational that a lot of people are going to miss, the story, in my opinion, is not the fact that there's 35% Goblin decks. The story of the Invitational should be that over half the field has registered Phyrexian Tower, a card that never should have been printed into Historic. That's what the actual story of the Mythic Invitational should be. The regular Goblins plays Tower. All of the Goblins decks play Tower because it lets them play Muxus a turn ahead of curve. That's true. And I mean, I tweeted about this, Hadouken, that I don't actually think Uro is offensive based on power level anymore in Historic. I think with all of these other combos that they've printed into the format and enabled with things like Phyrexian Tower, Uro looks pretty tame by comparison. That being said, I think Uro still creates pretty dry, repetitive play patterns and sucks as a card. But, like, that can be true while also acknowledging that, like, if you look at it on a raw power level perspective, it's really not that busted. Alright, I think I was going to, like, double shock or shock skewer here to get an extra point on this, but I think with the Soul-Scar Mage draw, I'd rather have these trigger prowess next turn. So I'm just going to attack for 1 and then play 2 1-drops out. Yeah, maybe Hidden Flame. If you look, and this is again a sign of what these good players think the format is about, some of the best players in the world decided that the direction they wanted to go with their Goblins deck was playing Iron Crag feat. They decided the game theory optimal play was to maximize their ability to play Muxus on turn 3. Which, I would say, I hope that seeing Iron Crag feat convinces idiots that think Skirt Prospector is the problem, that maybe Muxus is the actual problem, but I know those people aren't likely to be swayed. Yeah, TF Swain is arguably one of the best decks in Runeterra currently. Well, we're gonna escape Uro here real soon and then we're probably dead. It's funny, I had someone on Twitter, they were like, Jeff, what do you think is an appropriate power level errata for Muxus? And I just linked them Goblin Ringleader. Rampaging Ferocidon sounds good. Bonecrusher sounds slow. This is one of those take an archetype that's probably not very good and then shoehorn Uro into it and it's still probably not very good. Yeah, I think there's a good chance that the red splash in this deck is bad and we should just be playing something similar to what this opponent's playing probably. So far getting the feeling that the red splash is not ideal. Alright, I'm cracking my window for some fresh air. Please let me know if the crickets outside come through on the RTX too much. Yeah, I think Seth Manfield, I believe, registered for main deck Aether Gust. Too late, we're already here. I probably need to kill this, right? Which really sucks because I can't really use my mana efficiently this turn if I do that. Good morning, Jacob. I'm doing very well, Jacob. How was your first class? Good. You taking a 10-minute break? That's good. No shows on breaks during the school day, right? I love you, dude. You're here to steal my water? That's a shark. Oh, well. Yes, buddy. I think we're losing, Jake. Think you can help me win?
I got a plan. How about you boys and boost high up?
Oh, we do it and then they blow up?
How about you both do it?
They took our guy! They baffled our dinosaur, Jacob.
That guy. I go stop.
Our Uro no longer draws cards because of Narset, so yeah, we're done here.
What?
We're done. This deck is really bad. Really bad. I'm going to be done with this. We only played this for a half hour though, so I'm going to do a second Magic deck. I'm going to quick ad roll while I get things flipped over and imported. When I get back in a couple of minutes, we're going to play some mono green Stompy. So back in just a minute.